Well, the country's premier orchestra is turning gold. The Philippine Philharmonic Orchestra is celebrating its 50th anniversary with a concert that aims to recreate, in part, its very first concert, which happened way back in May 15, 1973. Now, the upcoming concert is happening on May 12th, and that will be on Friday at the Metropolitan Theater. Joining us now live via Zoom, our Philippine Philharmonic Orchestra Director Eugene de los Santos and Cultural Center of the Philippines Artistic Director Dennis Marasigan. Good morning, gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Wow, congratulations. Such a milestone for the Philippine Philharmonic Orchestra. I mean, 50 years. So much has definitely happened over 50 years, and it's nice that you do want to celebrate this by looking back at PPO's humble beginnings. Eugene, let me start with you. What exactly can we expect from this anniversary? I mean, how do you plan to recreate PPO's very first concert?
Well, to recreate the first concert, basically we're going to play the 90% of the program, the first program that was performed in 1973. It will be Buenaventura's concert overture, Bathaluman, followed by the divertissement for piano and orchestra by our national artist, Lucrecia Casidad. And then there will be some arias, opera arias, and a kundiman, which will be rendered by our premier tenor, Arthur Espiritu. And the concert will be concluded with the performance of George Gershwin's Rhapsody in Blue for piano and orchestra. And our soloist will be Dr. Raul Sunico at the piano for this.
Wow, it's definitely going to be an event that we must not miss. Dennis, over to you. CCP, we obviously know, plays a huge role in the journey of PPO. I mean, for one, the orchestra was intended to accompany performing artists at the CCP Theater when it was founded way back in 1973. And we also understand, of course, that it is the resident orchestra of the Cultural Center of the Philippines. Tell us a little bit about the importance of the Philharmonic Orchestra to the culture and, of course, to the arts.
Well, as you mentioned, the Philippine Philharmonic Orchestra was originally organized to accompany artists that were performing at the Cultural Center. And the orchestra has since served to be the leading orchestra of the Philippines. It has served to be like an identifier of our music, with the orchestra playing and performing a lot of Philippine compositions, as well as accompanying artists who visit the Philippines, and the tours that the orchestra has also done in Europe, in the United States, in Japan, and other parts of Asia, also has served to mark the Philippine Philharmonic Orchestra as a major identifier of our culture and our music.
I mean, that's right. I mean, how has the journey been of the Philippine Philharmonic Orchestra from 1973 to where we are now?
When it was started in 1973, it was called the CCP Philharmonic Orchestra. And then in 1979, then it was dubbed as the Philippine Philharmonic Orchestra. And at the time, in 1973, it was Professor Luis Valencia, who was the original music director and conductor. And then in 1979, it became Professor Oscar Yatco. And then over the years, from the 1980s up to the present, the Philippine Philharmonic Orchestra has benefited from having music directors coming from various parts of the world. And we've had music directors from Europe, from the United States, from Japan, who have also contributed to enriching and raising the standards of the performance of our musicians.
There you go. I mean, it has definitely bloomed into, an amazing orchestra that it is, today. We also understand, Eugene, coinciding with the concert, the CCP and the PPO together with Widescope Entertainment, you're actually releasing a 7-track album of Philippine folk songs, and this will be on Spotify. It's called Serenata. Tell us a little bit more about this.
Yes, actually, this is a grand launch of a collection that the orchestra did in 2015. they picked 7 pieces, mostly folk songs, to be released on the different digital platforms in cooperation with Wide Scope Entertainment.
A little bit on the songs. What can we expect in Serenata? In terms of the folk songs.
The writer of the Serenata is they picked the Ati Kupong Sing Sing to somehow give you a feel of Filipino melody, Filipino culture, and feeling of oneness with the Filipino spirit.
You know,
Christine, if I may add,
go.
all the pieces in Serenata were arranged by national artist for music Ryan Cayabyab.
You know, so there's a lot of happening here. I mean, from 2015, we get to capture this wonderful songs in Serenata, and also on Friday, the anniversary gala is actually happening. Where can we get tickets? Is it still available?
Yes, tickets are still available, but very limited. They're available in our regular ticket outlets with the Ticket World and also the CCP box office. We have a treat for our regular subscribers. We're actually going to have a cocktail reception before the performance, before the actual performance itself. So it's really going to be a treat for music lovers and also for our patrons who have supported the Philippine Philharmonic Orchestra throughout the years.
Definitely. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for sharing such wonderful news with us this morning. Once again, Eugene and Dennis, always lovely to have you with us here on New Day. All the best to you, and looking forward to Friday's performance.
Thank you very much.